Today, I'm going to be going through the steps to activate your Canvas courses. Canvas is a really great way for students to access course content. It's already all set up. We just need to get the course activated. Syracuse City School District has Canvas connected to Clever, so we're going to log in through Clever. Starting at the Syracuse City School District homepage, we'll scroll down to Library. And then we're going to click Clever on the left-hand side. We're going to log in through Clever using our district credentials. I have mine pulled up just to make it easy for me to get logged in, and so we're going to sign in now. Once I get to the Clever homepage, I'm going to find Canvas. I have it favorited because I want it easily accessible. If you don't see it up here under favorites, you will scroll down under the instant login applications. Again, you can favorite it by clicking this little heart in the top right hand corner if you want it to be quickly accessible at the top of your page. I'm going to click this so I can log in. Once I get to Clever, I'm going to be at my dashboard. The dashboard is where you'll find all of the courses that you are enrolled in. If you have favorited any courses at any point, it'll only be the courses that you've favorited. So let's just quickly take a peek at all of our courses so that we can organize our dashboard. We will click here under courses where there's this little book, and then you'll go to all courses. I have every course I've ever been a teacher or I've been enrolled in as a student here. If you look, you'll see that I have starred 4 courses, which are the 4 that are on my dashboard, because this would be quite a lot to have filling up the dashboard page. So your main courses that you're working with, you put them there. Anything that says 2019-2020 are courses that are pre-populated from School Tool. So we really don't have to do much about adding students. That's already done for you. We just have to go through the steps of activating and publishing your course. I have a couple that I use frequently. This one says that it has been published. I'm going to walk you through setting up your course through one of my School Tool courses that I want to get set up for students who have not used Canvas previously. So I have it starred already and it is up on my dashboard. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard, which is where there's the little dashboard speedometer here. So here is the course that I'm going to be setting up with you. So I'm going to click this course. So the students don't see this course and they won't see anything in Canvas until we publish it. So I want to publish my course, but in order to publish my course, I need to choose a home page. I don't have a home page or any modules set up. A home page really helps to orient your students. So we're going to quickly create a home page by clicking Pages. We've created no pages before, so there are 2 places where you can add one. You can click Add One, or this plus page is how you really add any content into Canvas. So I'm going to type this. This is my course homepage. I'm going to title it Course Homepage. And then what I'm going to do is you can add pictures. You can use all of the editing tools to add videos, to edit your text and font. I'm going to start by adding a picture. I really like to do that. There's 2 ways to add a picture. You can either click this embed image or you can go into images and upload. So I'm going to click right here in embed image. I'm going to go under Canvas. Now I have not uploaded any pictures or any files yet to this specific course. So I'm right here, I'm going to click upload file. I've already saved in my pictures a flag map. I'm an ENL teacher. I've saved a flag map that I really want to have as my homepage picture just to make it look a little bit nicer. And I am going to click update because it's uploaded into my course. So now I might just type a welcome to Miss Duquette's ENL Canvas course all the work you need in Canvas will be under modules. So this is the pretty basic, common, simple directions I'll put on my homepage for my students. I'm going to change the font and show you how to do all of those things. Maybe change the text color. Um, maybe I'll align it to center. I will change the font size just a bit, just to make it a little bit bigger. This picture, I think I'm going to want to align it to the center. Again, just making it a little bit appealing. The students don't need to edit this page. It's pretty much set. So now I'm going to, again, if you want the kids to see it immediately, always save and publish. If you want to go back because you're not done to finish it later, we can click save. So I'm done with this page. I'm just going to click save and publish. So this is what my homepage will look like. It is not currently set at my homepage because I still need to do that. So I'm going to click view all pages. And again, I want to set this as my home page. So in order to do that, I'm going to click these three little dots on the right, use as front page. So now that's my front page. It's really important to do that one step or it won't be there. So now when I click my home, it's sent to use as a front page. I need to choose my home page now. I've created one, course homepage, front page, and I'm going to click save. So now I have a main page. Now I've set my home page. Once my home page is set, I can publish my course. Until a home page is designated, you can't publish your course. This is something you have to do just one time, and then your course is set up. So I'm going to click publish. Okay, anytime that you're editing and you want to see what the students are going to see, there's this little button that says student view. So this is important. You can create announcements. That'll be something that the students see every time they log into the page, or something that they'll see, so you can just send them a quick message. I really use student view a lot just to see how students are going to see the course. So if you see right now, there's an awful lot over here. Chat, I don't like my students to have access to. They don't actually have to have individual access to pages, collaboration, to any of these things. So the next thing that I like to do is to clean up this home page. We have students who are grade 6 through 12. Making it easier for them to use, getting them directly to what you want them to get to is really important. I always have my students go to modules to begin, so modules isn't even here. So we need to just fix this quickly. So I'm going to leave student view, and I'm going to scroll down to settings. So here I can choose an image. If you saw at the beginning, I have some of those GIF files, the moving pictures, something to separate your course from another course, or to even, when you have a bunch of the same courses, to differentiate between different courses for you and for the students, you can choose images. So that's one thing that's important. The next thing is the navigation. So the quick things I'm going to do is I'm going to choose an image, and I'm going to fix my navigation. So these are all the things that the students could have in navigation. What I want to do is I'm just going to pull everything down and out except modules and home. You can also, I believe, click here and click disable. I prefer just to pull them down because it's easier. Again, you have to do this for each of the individual courses. Once you've set your home page, once you have set all of the look of the page, that's done, and then you're ready to create your course. So I can click save here. So Now I've gotten rid of everything. Now, modules aren't here because I haven't added any content. You see no content, not visible to students. If there was content, then it would be visible to students, but there's just no content. So once I add content, this will automatically show up for them. So under course details, I'm going to choose an image. I don't think I've saved an image for this. I'm just going to quickly use an image that I've done before. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it like this. Language. I'm just going to choose something simple right now. Again, you can add those GIF files. You can add anything just by searching in Google and saving them. I'm going to save some time by not doing that and just adding a generic image currently. So now I've set an image, I've set my home page, and I've organized all of my navigation on the left. I'm ready to create course content. So I create everything under modules. So we're going to click into modules. And we're going to create a new module. So you'll see, it's funny. So I've created a coronavirus at home unit for one of my other courses, and it's showing up as a possible module. You can set different modules based on topic, based on day. Really, however you want to sort and organize your content is how you can do it. So I'm just going to make a practice module. So this is my module. So I've created a practice module. And now I'm going to add just some content. There are a few different things that you can add for content for your students. The three that are some of my favorite are page. So a page is course content. It's where you can upload videos, you can upload pictures, you can upload links, you can type anything. It's just a content page. It's where you're giving the students whatever you need for information. The other thing I like is a discussion. A discussion is just a discussion board. You can put videos and things there, but it actually just creates an entire place where you and your students can have conversations. You have control over all of it. So we'll look at that also. The other thing that I'm going to go into is quiz, where you can do quizzes, surveys, questions, anything else that you need to do. Assignments can be a little bit complicated with students having to upload files and documents. There's a little bit of a learning curve for students, so I think that for ease of creating courses so quickly that our students need to access, assignments are something you may want to do later. You can use text headers to organize different content, and then you can do external URLs, which just bring students to web pages. So I'm going to start by doing a page that I'm going to create. Every time you are creating a new page, you'll click New Page. I'm going to label this Practice Page. So everything in this, I'm just going to be my practice page, practice discussion, practice, etc. So you can indent this just to organize, again, the things that you have. I'm going to indent it one level. So I'm going to add this item. So now that I've added this item, I can, again, you see it's not published. So I've published the whole module itself. There's not any content still here. I have not published the practice page. There's nothing there. The course is published for students. So until I've created that content, until I've added everything in, I usually hold off. And if you start creating content ahead of time, you'll leave it unpublished until you're ready for the students to see it. So let's start with our practice page. So I'm going to edit it. Again, you have all of your editing tools the same way. You have these editing tools in any of the content pages, discussions, quizzes, assignments, anything. You can put directions, pictures here, anything that you want to do. So I might just, again, this is a practice. So this is how you can. Again, you could, depending on what you're doing, if you're teaching different vocabulary, if you're teaching about a specific content, story in ELA, um, a different unit or lab in science or historical event and social studies, you can create a page for each one of those things. If I would like to add a picture, again, I can add a picture. Um, the one thing about videos, you can insert videos. Um, they typically, you could embed them from YouTube and things like that. The students would be able to access them at home because there aren't the filters that block YouTube. So you could use YouTube for the stuff that you're creating here for the students to do at home. Just remember, if you were to embed YouTube videos or links to YouTube here, and then the students were going to come back to school and access them, those are going to be blocked. So use them now if you need to quickly get anything in. Just remember that if you create it and the students need to use it at school, they won't have access to those videos anymore. So maybe I just want to do I want to link a video to YouTube. So I'll type whatever the link to the video is. Maybe it would be parts of a paragraph, for example. So I just need to highlight that, and then I can link to a URL. So you need to copy or paste the URL. I don't have one saved, so I could go to YouTube. So again, I would probably go through and try to find something that is exactly what I want my students to use. This cute little hamburger paragraph is nice for now. I'm going to copy this link and go back to Canvas, paste this in, and insert my link. So now that parts of my paragraph, my YouTube is there, it says this link will be replaced with an embedded YouTube video. So it'll come up just as like a little video box that they click, and you'll see as soon as we publish it at that point it will be there. So that is how we do link to URL. We've done embed image again already, but let me show you again. So now maybe I want to do a parts of the paragraph. Oops, of course I didn't spell that right. I'm going to save image, parts of a paragraph to my pictures. So I've saved that. So we've embedded it here. Remember that we can go into Canvas, click our course files, and upload there. But I want to show you how we can also upload it here on the right side. So I can go to Images. I can search Flickr, or to upload my image, click the Upload Image, choose File. Let's see, it's not showing my paragraph, or oh, there's parts of a paragraph. I will open it. I'm going to label it, and then I'm going to click Upload. And it'll show up right there, the same way it did before. So that's one way to upload it. You have the ability to change the size of it. You can really do absolutely anything with this. So this is how you'll use it, the content, this page, to share content with your students. I could say, below you will watch a video about the parts of a paragraph. I can make this look nicer. I can make the font a little bit bigger. I can bold it and italicize it. I could underline it. Whatever you need to do to help the students navigate the page, ease of use, orient them where you want to. Again, you're just giving information at this point. Another thing that I really like to do, and I would recommend using Google Chrome to do this because there are some flash issues if you were to use other browsers. Um, and I found this particularly helpful with my ENL students is that you can create little snippets of information where you explain to the students what you're doing. So, for example, right here I can record and upload media. I've done this so much in my courses, and it's been incredibly helpful for giving my students information and what they need. So I can click record and upload media. So I'm going to be able to record media. So you can see me now. Hello, everyone. Um, and I just want to make sure that I allow the mic, that I allow the video to be used, and I can just record videos to give instructions. I can record videos to tell the students what to do. I can record just to talk to the students about it. So virtually, the students are seeing you and they're not in your class, but they are engaging in your class because you're sitting in front of them a little bit. So I'm going to start recording, and it will just embed right into my course page. Hello students, boys and girls. So today we are going to be talking about parts of a paragraph. There are 5 parts of a paragraph that you want to know. We have a video that you just watched or that you will watch, and all of the parts of the paragraph. You have your intro sentence, you have your 3 supporting details, and you have your concluding sentence. The hamburger up there showed you that we have our introductory paragraph followed by our bottom bun, our concluding sentence, and then everything in between are all of our colorful details. That is the meat and potatoes of our paragraph. It's the hamburger, it's the sauces, it's the ketchup and the mustard. It's all of the details that help someone and help the reader know more information about your paragraph. So again, it was ridiculous. You feel a little bit ridiculous, but the kids love seeing you in that content. They love being able to directly see you. And the really cool thing is that you have your students, if they're language learners, they can, if they're on a computer, record themselves the same way, and they can respond in discussions with these videos. They can also record themselves with their phone if they're doing this on their phone, take a video, and then they can upload the media right here. So they can upload a video, which is really cool. So I found it as a very helpful way for my students to be able to answer questions and to engage in the conversation, even if they didn't necessarily have the ability or the language to type out a response. So I'm going to save this. And you see it's right here. Again, I can move this anywhere I want. I could move, oops. You can, if it'll let me. Of course it doesn't want to. You can always move stuff around. So I can move this after. And of course it doesn't want to right now. I'm just gonna Control C. I just copied and pasted that below. I know you couldn't see because I did it on my keyboard, but all I did is copy, or I can cut, and then I just pasted it right here. So you can cut and copy and paste in here. And so again, you can even move, cut and copy and paste these videos around to put everything where you want to put it in the content page as well. So again, I could keep adding sentences. I could type here really anything you want to. I can add a table. All of your rich editing tools are up here for you to be able to do whatever you need to do on this page. So can say that this page is done, save and publish. So the students would actually be able to see this at this point. You see now that video that I said, the parts of the paragraph video, was there for the students to see now. Additionally, the video that I created is there, and they went from being those weird boxes to being just a video that the students can link. So this is called a media comment. And again, here is you delivering content to your students. giving them the same thing you do in front of them. You can talk right to them even though you're not there. So that's really cool. So if you notice, we're under pages. It's not visible to students. These do not, again, they do not have to be visible for students for them to access it. It just allows them not to be able to click and just see a list of all of your pages. The modules will organize the pages the way you want the students to see them. So that is a practice page. Again, you can do it in many, many different ways. You can do your content however you deem that you want to or figure out that you want to. So now let's create a discussion. I'm going to indent this again to keep it together, and I'm going to add this item. So now we have our practice discussion. Again, not published. If I want to start publishing these, but then again, I don't want the students to see it until I'm done, I can just unpublish the module itself. And even if anything is published under here, the module header controls everything. So the module itself is not visible to students, even if these are published below. So publishing is so important in Canvas. So let's go to our practice discussion. So I'm going to edit. So something I might do is maybe we have the students responding about whether this could be like an exit ticket, or it could be a din. It could just be you having the students reflecting on what they saw in those videos before. So that's what I'm going to do just for this practice discussion. You have learned okay. So I'm going to make this all one thing. So you've learned about the parts of a paragraph. Below, you're going to explain what you've learned about the parts of a paragraph and then respond to at least 2 classmates. So, let me show you what I just did. I'm so used to doing it on my keyboard that I don't even think. So I just bolded and underlined my text. So make sure you, I'm going to get rid of that again. Formatting my page and my text so that it orients the students and really helps them navigate the page more easily. So make sure you explain what you learned about a paragraph. So I'm going to bold this, they know. I'm an ENL teacher, so I automatically want to do everything I can to support them. So I've said what I want them to do. Again, being an ENL teacher, I like to provide additional supports. So I am going to put some sentence frames below. So a couple sentence frames to do those 2 to 3 sentences that I want. Again, I just underlined that. I'm going to bold this also. And then because I just did the when you respond to your classmate use these, I'm going to identify that these ones are when you write about what you learned. So when you write about what you learn, use these. When you respond to your classmates, use these. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So again, I've done those couple things. We can add pictures. I could add another one of those videos if I wanted. So that is me creating the directions at the top of my discussion. When I go to the bottom, one of the most important things to do is to allow threaded replies. So that means that anytime a student responds and then you have other kids respond to them, it'll be like the one response, and then all of those things will be like connected and indented more underneath. This is also one of my favorite things. The users must post before seeing replies, so they can't copy each other. This requires them to write their own answer, and then as soon as they answer, anything anyone else wrote shows up at that point. These things are not really have to worry about. They can't dislike things, but you can allow liking, which I kind of think is interesting because then it allows them to feel a little bit more like their social media when they're doing it, which is allowing the students to engage more in what they're doing. You can make it available from certain dates. If you leave this all blank, it'll just be available always. This is only if you want it available only for a certain time. If it's you're saying it's graded, it has to be done by this date, you can always, again, put it for available for only a certain period of time. So again, I'm going to save and publish this. So this is where the students will reply. They will click here. And when they reply, again, they'll get the text editor. They'll be able to respond, to record and upload media. The same thing that you can do, they have all of the same tools to edit and write their response. So these are all here. I like to just show the students they can just copy and paste these and fill in the blanks if they want, whatever that they need to do to help them be successful. So you don't have to worry about posting a reply, obviously, just showing you where the students will reply. So again, that's done. Back to modules. So if you look, I unpublished this, so there's no content anymore. So this already went back to not visible to the students. So now we've done a practice page, a practice discussion. Let's add a quiz. So again, I'm doing practice for everything. You would put whatever it is. So like you're probably going to end up with multiple quizzes, multiple content pages, multiple discussions. So if you're doing like a discussion, mine might be the parts of a paragraph discussion. It may be the parts of a paragraph. You might just write for the content page parts of a paragraph. And again, those will help you to organize and to know what you have on each of those pages. These names really help you to figure out and remember what is on each of those pages. So I'm going to add this quiz. So I'm going to click edit. Again, every single one of these pages has your rich content tools, the editing tools. You can put the directions at the top of the page. You can always record and upload what you want the students to do. So answer the questions. You can get as specific or as vague as you think your students need. Now here, it can be a practice quiz, it can be a graded quiz. You can also do surveys. So what's really interesting about this, if you want to do some sort of poll for an anticipatory set, or if you want to just survey the kids about whether they agree or disagree with statements, or whatever it is, you can do practice quizzes, graded and ungraded surveys. So that's really cool. I like to use surveys a lot, to ungraded surveys, just to gather information as a building background or as a DIN, or you can use the ungraded surveys, a DIN, and graded surveys, an exit ticket. I mean, all of these things that you can do, which is really cool. So we'll just do this as a typical graded quiz. Again, you don't have to worry about where it is. We're not playing with any of these things. You can shuffle your answers. You can give time limits. Those are all things that you can do. I don't usually. This allow multiple attempts is cool because you can set it so the students have, for example, one attempt. You can allow them to have one attempt, and then you can give them more attempts later. So those are all things that you can play around with. You can let them see their quiz response after each attempt, or you can give them a specific time where you'll give the correct answers. These are all things that you can do. You can let them see the correct answers, so you can let them see the responses and not see correct answers. You can let them see the responses and see the correct answers. So whatever it is that you want to do. Showing one question at a time instead of having them listed, those are all options that you have. So then I'm just going to leave all the rest of this blank. I'm going to click save. So now what I need to do is I need to preview and edit the questions. So I went back, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to questions. And this is how I can add questions. So typically you're not going to find questions, you're just going to be adding new questions. And again, you have your rich content editor and all of your editing tools at your disposal for every single question. So sometimes what I do is if I ask a question, I'll ask the question and then I'll add some media and read the question to the students. I do that a lot with the surveys. If I'm asking some of those higher order questions and I want kids to be able to understand what I'm doing, especially with our language learners, and it's more just seeing them processing it is important versus them knowing. This is how you can do that. So I could add multiple choice. I mean, all the things that you have: file, upload, essay, formula, numerical for math, matching drop downs. There's so many things that you can do here. So I'm just going to do multiple choice. You can assign the number of points, so you can weight a multiple choice question at 1 point, and you could do an essay question at 5 or 10 points, or whatever it is that you want to do. So what is the first? So I made my correct answer, and then I can click update that question. The one thing I want to do is, again, show you that you could record this, upload immediate to read the sentence to the students. So for this question, you are going to be answering what is the first sentence in a paragraph. Remember everything that you learned about the parts of a paragraph, and tell me what the first sentence is. So I really like to do that, especially, I mean, this one is pretty simple and basic, and I probably wouldn't do it for that. But again, you can, the what you can do is endless, and using that I just think is so powerful and so awesome. If you were to do one of the not multiple choice, but one of the fill in the blank, or multiple answers, one of the um, essay questions where the students would be able to type, they would be able to also record their response orally, which is really cool. So I'm going to click update that question. So you'll see here they do this question. I've got that video again for them to see. The students aren't in front of us. We're not there to help them. So being able to just add these videos, I find to be very powerful, and very meaningful in providing those additional supports and modifications that you would do when you're walking around the classroom. You're not walking around the classroom with the students while they're doing this. So all the tools that you can use to help the students be successful, I think are so important. So I'm going to save and publish this. Again, going back to my modules, just so you know, if it is a multiple choice, the speed grader will tell you all of your students. So I have 8 students in this class. Every student, when they take it, and you'll be able to see all of their answers. You can grade it and give comments. Again, you can record a comment, all of those different things, voice, video. You can put an upload if you have a rubric, and provide feedback to the students, just quickly going through each one. The other thing you do is have moderate the quiz. You can see who's had it or who's done it, and this is where you can go in and you can give the student extra attempts if you need to, if maybe they just submitted it without giving questions, any of those things. So I'm going to go back to modules. So I've created those 3 types of pages. Remember, we have text header. So a text header could be, it's literally just it's just a header that you can separate the content. So you could do your practice module, you could separate it by day, you could separate it by topic. If you have stuff you want the students to do each day, you can separate it by that, and then publish only the stuff underneath it for that day. All of the things that you want to do. So now I've made it so that the students can see all of this information. Let's see if there's anything else. I think those are mostly what I want to go through with that right now. But those are the basics of Canvas. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I think the easiest way is I will just add so that's the information you need. My name is Tiffany Duquette. I'm an ENL teacher at Grant Middle School. If you do have absolutely any questions about doing this, please feel free to contact me. And I wish you the best of luck in getting your students learning and the content that they need while we are not going to be in school.